So, what if you could get your hands on a secret corporate playbook from the future? I'm talking about a document that lays out in meticulous detail how to win the war against AI detection. Well, let's dive in because that is exactly what we have here.
Right off the bat, this single sentence from a document dated February 2026 tells you everything you need to know. This is the mission statement. It's not about writing well or even writing efficiently. No, the goal is to make AI-generated content completely, totally, and utterly invisible.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to walk through their entire system. And trust me, this isn't just some list of tips you'd find online. It's a comprehensive set of rules, scoring systems, and even psychological tricks, all designed to fool the most advanced detection tools out there.
So you have to ask, why would a guide like this even need to exist in 2026? Well, it's because the game has totally changed. AI detectors, tools like GPT-0 and Turnitin, they've evolved. They're not just looking for weird phrasing anymore. Now they're hunting for the statistical fingerprints that a machine leaves behind.
The playbook's executive summary is, honestly, brutally honest about this. It says that detectors can now flag content just based on predictable word choices and robotic sentence structures. Think about that. A single slip-up, just one word that screams AI, can get the entire piece of content thrown out. So, the only solution? To systematically erase every single one of those tells.
All right, let's start with what I think is the most fascinating part, the words that are completely 100% banned. This guide has something called a vocabulary control matrix, which is basically a hit list for words that AIs just can't stop using. And what's public enemy number one? The word that gets a critical level violation? It's delve. According to the document, this word appears in less than 0.01% of human writing, but for AIs, it shows up in 3 to 5% of their content. It's basically the linguistic equivalent of a giant glowing neon sign. And oh, it gets worse. Take the word leverage, for example. It's used 25 times more often by AI in business writing. See, it's not just a word, it's a glaring statistical anomaly that these new detectors are specifically designed to hunt down. The playbook really digs into the why for each of these. Showcase is banned because of its hollow, marketing speak tone. Landscape, especially when you hear it in phrases like the competitive landscape, is just too vague. Unlock and unleash are just tired sales cliches. And tapestry, that one's a dead giveaway. It's this overly poetic metaphor that just screams an AI is trying way too hard to sound profound. But here's the kicker. Even if you manage to strip out every single forbidden word, the guide warns you that you're only halfway there. The real ghost in the machine is the structure. It's the rhythm, the cadence, the patterns. That's what really gives the AI away. Just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got that classic AI pattern, a bunch of sentences that are all about the same short length. It's so monotonous, right? Robotic. But on the right, you see the human pattern. It uses a short, punchy fragment, period, and then follows it with a long, complex sentence. That variation, which the playbook calls burstiness, is a huge human signal. And here's another banned structure. AI just loves to be helpful and neutral, so it almost always defaults to this on the one hand, but on the other hand, formula. The playbook says, look, real human writers almost never do this. Humans take a position. They have a point of view. This kind of forced neutrality is a massive structural tell. Okay, so how in the world do you enforce all these rules? Well, you turn it into a game. The document introduces something called the human score system, which is a way to actually quantify just how human a piece of writing sounds.
The idea is pretty simple. Every article, every email, every single blog post starts with a perfect score of 100. Then, the system starts deducting points for every AI mistake it finds. That final score is what determines whether the content goes live or gets sent right back for a rewrite.
And these penalties are harsh. Use a single tier 0 word like delve and boom, you lose 15 points. Start your article with a cliché AI opening like, in today's fast-paced world. That's another 12 points gone. Write in that flat, robotic same-length sentence style? That's minus 10. Your score can absolutely plummet, and fast.
So, what do these scores mean in practice? Well, if you score above 90, you're golden. Your content is considered expert human and gets published immediately. But if you drop below 70, you're in the revision zone. And if you score below 60, it's game over. The content is rejected flat out. A full start-from-scratch rewrite is required.
Now, the playbook isn't just about what not to do. It's also about what you should do to actively sound more human. There's an appendix called Human Writing Fingerprints, and it's this incredible guide to, well, faking authenticity. These are all the subtle little tics that we humans use without even thinking about it. You know, using sentence fragments for emphasis, dropping in a casual little parenthetical aside, interrupting a sentence with an em dash to really make a point. These are the details that AI almost never gets right on its own.
I love this one. It's called asymmetric treatment. An AI will give equal space and weight to every single item in a list. But a human writer, they'll give a whole paragraph to the most important point and maybe just a single sentence to the minor ones. This uneven treatment, it signals human judgment. It signals priority, something an AI really struggles to replicate.
So what's the end result of all these rules and scores and fingerprints? You get this. A second document that was in the source files is a required template for a client web page, and it is incredibly formulaic. It has strict word counts for every section, but it's engineered from the ground up to pass every single human test in the playbook.
And that brings us right back to where we started, doesn't it? This isn't about creativity, it's about compliance. The entire system, from the banned words to the point deductions to the human fingerprints, it all serves this one single goal. So the crucial point here is this. The playbook is an absolute masterpiece of reverse engineering humanity. But it leaves us with a pretty unsettling question, right? If an AI can be systematically trained to perfectly mimic our tics, our flaws, and our unique style, what does authentic communication even mean anymore?